I've heard from several viewers lately that they don't believe Seiko has been bringing their A game to the table as of late. And generally, I would agree with that statement. But I've got a watch here that I think kind of bucks that current trend. It's the SSC667 Solar Chronograph from their Recraft line. Now I'll put some dimensions here on the screen so you guys can get a good sense of the size of this piece. And like almost every sports model from this brand, it has a large stated dimension, but wears a little bit more diminutive while on the wrist. I like the presence, and I think it's elevated with this unique and sharp color combination. Now looking at the watch on a macro level, you'll notice the crispness of the pale blue sunburst dial, and the saturated orange accents just make for the perfect complement. Throw in the silver guilloche ring, applied marker, skeletonized handset, and the slightly opaque sunken chronograph registers, and you have a very dynamic combination. I like the raised black tachymeter ring and how it ties in with the blacked out date wheel. The entire face of the watch down to the applied metal logo just has a very sharp and well executed layout. Now Seiko has placed their V175 quartz module in the case. It has an interesting 24-hour sub-dial in the top right here, with running seconds and elapsed minutes making up the other two registers. Notice the smoother sweep of the chronograph hand and that fluid snapback reset motion. It's entirely solar powered, and on a full charge will have a 6-month power reserve. Now normally I prefer bracelets on watches, and I was a little apprehensive about the NATO supplied on this model, but I'm glad to say that it works in person. The colors pull those accents out of the dial very well and just give the watch a playful, almost retro vibe. I do need to note that the strap has a signed buckle and is slightly shorter than your average NATO, so this eliminates the need for that fabric tuck back that you see commonly. I do prefer this shorter application, and the watch does have drilled lugs, so I think it could also shine on a number of different strap options, from rally style leather to Milanese mesh. Now the watch retails for $350, and I'll place Random Rob's discount code in the description, as well as a link to Mimo's Jewelry, the AD that lent this review unit in for the video. It brings the price down to around $230, which I think is really good for the amount of watch here. I think it's refreshing to see Seiko release a watch that packs that value punch with all the details, functionality, originality, and that enjoyment factor that we have come to love as Seiko fans. They really can rule the roost at the affordable price point, and I think this one's a solid example of that. So shout out to Mimo for lending this one in. Thanks to you guys for taking the time to watch. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next video.